Right, I see still people joining in, but in the interest of time, we'll start this session. Uh, good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on cost chargeback with OpenLM software license management. My name is Abhijit, and I'm excited to be your host today. Branislav, who's the VP Operations in OpenLM, was also supposed to join, but due to some medical reasons, he couldn't. Uh, but I'll guide you over the entire session. And during this session, if you have any questions, please feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the Q&A section that we have. Okay, so this is the agenda for today's interactive session on cost chargeback. We'll talk about the what exactly the IT cost chargeback is it, uh, how it works, the different methods that organizations can use for chargeback policies, then how OpenLM can help you with the entire cost chargeback implementation and in the entire process in your organization. So let's start. Okay. So what is IT chargeback? So let me explain it for those organizations who do not have a chargeback policy yet. When an organization purchases software or pays for the maintenance, someone must bear the cost. Now, typically, the project business unit or the department that owns the license pays the vendor either directly or indirectly through the finance team. Now, in organizations with hundreds of such projects and multiple departments or business units, this procurement method leads to uncontrolled software investment because here someone specific is the owner of those licenses. Now, as a result of this, licenses which are owned by individual projects, they are not readily available to those who need them, right? So, a better approach would be for the IT department to own the licenses and grant access to the users who need it or as per the requirement. And at the end of the entire usage period, IT can charge them back or charge the respective projects or departments based on their usage. Now, this way, the software investment are more controlled and the licenses are efficiently utilized across the organization. So that flexibility also comes in when you have licenses which are actually owned by the IT, and as per the request, you can grant the access and charge them. So this will also help the organizations to be more efficient, and this will bring more transparency and fairness. So the IT chargeback here is a financial strategy used by the organizations to allocate the cost of IT resources. Now, this could be your software's hardware or the infrastructure cost. But basically, today in this session, we are focusing on the software licenses. Now, the key advantage, fair cost distribution, promotes financial accountability, enhances the budget transparency, then better budget planning, encourage resource optimization, your hardware, software resources, and it supports strategic decision making, right? So this strategic decision making comes into picture when you have a maintenance due or when you are going for procurement or fulfilling the additional project requirements. Uh, there are multiple methods of IT chargeback policies in different organizations. But broadly, the most common one that we have, that we are showing it today here, one is the direct allocation method and second is the indirect allocation method. Now we'll start with an example. In case of direct allocation method, it's more about charging a department for the exact number of software licenses it uses. While indirect allocation method would be taking into consideration, it is based on the number of employees in each department or, the number of resources that it uses, right? So In case of direct allocation method, the characteristics, it is more simple, accurate, and transparent. So IT costs are directly assigned to the department or project that uh, use the specific resources. While in case of indirect allocation method, as I gave you the example, allocation or allocating the infrastructure cost based on the number of employees in each department. And here it gives you flexibility, equity, simplified reporting. So the IT costs are distributed based on predefined metrics, like or ratios such as headcount or revenue. Now, OpenLM is an industry agnostic solution, right? So here our focus is on the engineering applications, the CAD, FEA, CFD, PLM, or the other, specialized applications like Adobe or the named user applications, right? Uh, we serve, different industries, and it is, one of the best solutions, I would say, in case of oil and gas, aut- automotive, manufacturing, energy, design, media, animation. So wherever you see these costly licenses or specialized licenses from different vendors like Dassault, Autodesk, MathWorks, Siemens, PTC, uh, our solution is the best. So we can serve across all these different, industries geographically. Now, cost implication wise, these high cost software applications are crucial for project success, making accurate usage tracking essential. Since these different, industries require some core, high cost software applications, which have an impact, which are very important for these different organizations. It needs to have accurate usage tracking. And for that, you need OpenLM software license management solution. So that is about how or what impact we have in the different industries. Now, talking about the different functionalities which will actually help you in this cost chargeback policy, first is the real-time monitoring, where OpenLM can monitor the real-time usage statistics, who's using what, which applications are in use, which user belongs to which particular department or groups. That information also we can capture using our seamless integration with the directory services of the organization. So if you're using an Active Directory, we can integrate with it very easily. And from there, we can actually get this information about the usage from which group, department, or uh, 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 um, business unit he belongs to. So this will ensure you have a very detailed view and accurate view of usage by each specific department and groups and the business unit across the organization. Also, we can track project-based usage. So if a single user is working on multiple different projects, we can actually track the usage of each of those softwares and each projects. And based on that, we can build our cost, for billing purposes internally. So to summarize here, we get the department and group reporting from OpenLM. Also, it will help you. This granular information will help you in assigning IT cost accurately and promoting fairness and accountability. Also, it gives you the efficiency. So once you have this chargeback policy implemented and accurately, you get all the information through OpenLM system. Then the productivity, or I would say the efficiency of license usage also increases. How it actually, we are again and again, I'm saying that it will improve the efficiency, but actually how? When an organization, it purchase a license. Okay, so basically that license is either the project team is owning a specific project or a department. Now, suppose the project was for a short-term basis, it was only active for let's say 4 months or 5 months, but the license was purchased for 1 year subscription. And now, after the project is over, that license is still available, but the cost is owned by that particular project team. However, they do not use it any longer. Now, in such cases, if a second project or a department require that license, then there will be a lot of challenges in transferring that license to the department. Why? Because then you have to transfer the cost, and then you need to decide how much cost they will have to pay. So, in order to remove that complexity, we can actually do a chargeback, implement a chargeback policy within the organization, utilize OpenLM solution to get the user statistics, and build the cost chargeback workflow. So let me give you an example how OpenLM will help you with the cost chargeback with this data. So the cost chargeback analysis is based on usage in OpenLM, right? Now here you see, we are taking an example of an organization with these different groups. Now these could be different department or different business unit within the organization. And for example, let's say we are considering here only these four different applications, CATIA HD2. This is from Dassault, then Siemens NX, Mac 3 licenses, 1 series licenses, then ANSA and Abacus. Now, these all department, suppose they require these different application licenses at some point of time in, let's say, half an year. So we have calculated this chargeback, or we are tracking this usage for half year. Now, for the half year cost calculation for chargeback, how we are going to use this information from OpenLM. So from the OpenLM reports, specifically the activity report, we get the usage hour of these different applications for different usage. Now, all the users who have used these applications, their group information will also be tracked with OpenLM. So we will get the total usage hour for all these different apps. Uh, so here we can calculate that, okay, this is the total usage hour for these different applications by different groups. And this data is coming from OpenLM group usage report. So this is the pie chart showing the usage as a percentage of a whole. So we can see here that for CATIA HD2, we go back to the data, there were two groups who used it. One was the analysis tech and one was the R&D US. So majority of the time this license was used by analysis tech. Hence, this is the percentage, 99.5%. Similarly, for Siemens Mac 3, we can see this is the usage percentage for by different groups. And here are the rest of the two applications, ANSA and Abacus. Now let's analyze the license cost and usage efficiency. So here we see, now this is from our inventory. We can also check the total license quantity for that particular period of time. So for H1 for the first half of the year, we had CATIA HD2 105 licenses, NX 14 licenses, then ANSA we had 50, and Abacus we had 48. Now, per license cost, let's say, you know, after this is just an approximate cost. This cost will, vary from organization to organization based on your negotiation and your contract with the vendor. But at an approximate value, if we consider with some discount that is usually given to corporations and different organizations, we see that for KTHT2 it is coming to around 14,000 US dollar. Now, considering this cost, the total cost that was paid to Dassault was approximately this much. So the cost per hour comes to 31.25 US dollar. So this is total cost of the licenses divided by total usage in hours. So we have considered like 24 to 7 into 180 number of days. So based on that calculation, this is the per usage per hour cost of usage. Now the final calculation is over here. So the usage-based chargeback billing for each of these groups, for analysis tech, CAT, CAG, and all these groups, here is the number. So CATIA HD2, the total cost charged back per software is this much. So this is based on the number of hours they have used, which is multiplied by the cost per hour. So this is the cost that we get. Now, if we, for this particular CATIA HD2, based on the usage, if we sum up this cost, it will exactly the same how much money we have paid to the vendor, this money, right? So this way we can actually divide the cost based on the usage to each of these different departments and groups. And finally, this is the billing to each group based on their usage of all the different softwares that we have mentioned over here. This. So you see how well OpenLM can be actually utilized for uh, chargeback for doing the chargeback to the internal departments, groups, or even projects. So what are the different benefits here of using OpenLM for charge back? One is the improved cost charge management. So here you get accurate allocation of software cost to respective users or department because this is not based on the number of users. It is based on the usage. So you pay as per your usage. It is as simple as that. You know. It enhances the transparency, a very clear visibility, so no one will come complaining that why I have been charged this much, because then you have the factual data that okay, this is what was your usage for in this entire period, and this is how the billing has been done. Financial accountability, it encourages responsible usage of software because then the users will also understand that they will have to use the software very optimally, else they will end up paying for not using the software, right? Then you get better budget planning. So this helps the departments to plan and control their IT expenditure effectively because then each of these departments or groups will know that okay, I have spent this much in the first half of the year. Now this is how much I need to allocate for rest of the year or maybe for the next financial year. So the OpenLM's robust license management and detailed reporting and capabilities make it an ideal solution for IT cost chargeback. So you can start implementing even if you do not have a chargeback policy implemented yet. You can use OpenLM to implement this policy within your organization. Not only you'll be able to do the cost chargeback, it will hugely improve the optimization and the usage of your software licenses. And you'll see that it will drastically bring down the overall expenditure that you are doing on your software licenses. So now we are open for the discussion. If you have any questions, I see there are some. Okay. Can this be used globally? Yes. So OpenLM solution can be used as a or implemented globally with different departments or groups within your organization. We can do so. Okay. Another question is that we have an all cloud policy. Can OpenLM be implemented on cloud? Yes, so we can implement OpenLM on cloud. We already have our solution available on cloud. So you can, choose on cloud solution of OpenLM, or if you have your own private cloud and you want OpenLM to be hosted there, we can do so as well. Okay. Okay. One of the question is regarding the services that would you be able to help us in implementing the chargeback within the organization. Well, yes, we can help you to implement the chargeback. We can help you to implement the OpenLM. And actually, this is also part of the standard or the best practices of software license management and asset management. So with our experienced team, we can definitely help you to implement it and guide you through the process. Okay. This is a very interesting question. It is that is it only the usage that is counted, or we can include some other parameters like the infrastructure required to host that application. Absolutely. So usage is one of the core part of your chargeback billing or your chargeback, overall cost that you do as part of the chargeback. Uh, Apart from that, you can also include the amount of investment that is going into the infrastructure side of the things, like the license server that you need, how much you are investing, even on the human resources in the IT to manage those applications, uh, uh, that can be included as part of your cost chargeback. Okay. All right. So I believe I have answered all the questions out here. But still, if you have any questions, any doubt, and you would want to discuss it with us, please feel free to contact us uh, at our email, and we are also available on chat from our website. So you can contact us through email as well as chat, and we'll be happy to answer your questions and connect with you. Thank you, everyone, again for joining this interactive session, and hope to see you again. And please be in touch and connect with us on LinkedIn, and we'll keep you updated on all the upcoming webinars over there. Thank you.